This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day to day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free Blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.
I don't know what's going to happen next, but yeah. So what now?
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of So What Now?
And we're on the struggle bus.
Why you gotta put me on that? I'm in the, okay, maybe it's a little struggle.
Letting y'all know behind, do not zoom in. The lash is doing something.
If it flies away, just
Act like you don't notice. And Carla's got something going on. I don't want to be able to say it.
She said, coming out ready, guns blazing, pow, pow,
the
pow.
elephant in the room.
Okay, the elephant, literal elephant, is that I went to a Botox party, and I've had Botox before. Like, it's not a big deal. I had a shot of tequila, a drink of tequila, a glass of Prosecco, and then by the time I got in front of the lady, I said, well, go ahead and shoot my lips up.
Yeah.
And I did it.
Were we supposed to drink before those?
No,
okay.
That's why I was bleeding more than I should have.
I did learn at that party that lips are addicting.
Yes.
Because all the girls there wanted lips, but they didn't need no more lips.
Their lips look fine. They're like, yep, we need more. They want them apparently to look like this swollen all the time.
How do you feel?
I feel like I have Fix-A-Flat inside my lips.
Like, does it feel heavy?
No, it's not heavy, but I feel it because I still feel a swelling. And then today I got. But if you guys remember back in October 2023, especially on my social media, I have a highlight of it. It says lips. I went through with a procedure with a hydro something pen to do my lips.
Yeah,
and it was not. It didn't go as planned. My lips were huge. It was bruised. I mean, my lips went to battle with that. And then this time around, I did the syringe with a nurse practitioner. And the swelling, I mean, it was swollen for a day. I looked like I had a little squabble. But now, kind of looks a little OnlyFanish. I'm looking like...
It does look like you have like a constant pout.
Yeah, just... And my top lip is bigger than my bottom one because she put extra to match from whatever was in there before. That didn't dissolve all the way. So, yeah, I tried it.
You think you want to keep doing it?
Let me see what it looks like once it like heals.
Yeah.
Once it heals, and I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a lip girl.
I'll be a lip girl since you want to be a lipo girl.
I do want to be a lipo girl. And I am going to be a lipo girl.
I'm sure
you're going to support me.
I'm going to support you as long as we go to someone.
I'm going to get chin lipo, guys. Just drag it back.
You're going to be fine.
Look. Hottie. For real, right?
Baddie. Baddie.
Yeah.
Like Baddie's Club and Zeus.
It's 5 year
that
difference.
high.
5 year difference.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
you look
it
the
does.
Same.
Yes, it does.
Okay. You're going to look great regardless because we're going to go to someone very reputable.
Yeah.
Don't pull so hard because your lash going to pop off.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
Calm down. That's kind of like what we've been up to. We went to a Botox party. We're planning to do a little Valentine's, like get together, Galentine's things. It'd be super cute because nobody asked me to go on a date. So
wild.
Can you believe that?
That is insane. That
I got
nobody has
ghosted by a
asked
guy?
you to be their Valentine.
No one. So I'd rather be with you anyway.
That's cute.
And they ain't gonna do nothing but waste my time. Take me to eat lamb chops and mashed potatoes.
I would like that. I would like that.
Do something. We can make lamb chops at your house. I'm bringing the lamb chops, actually. Let's make mashed potatoes and lamb chops. I did want to tell you a really quick story. I went to Massage Envy the other day to get a massage. Did you go get yours?
No, you didn't send me whatever
I don't have
you
to
keep
send
saying
you
you're going to
anything.
send me.
You just go.
So just say Carla sent me?
No, just give your name at any Massage Envy. Just call and give
Okay.
your phone number and your name.
All right, you talk and I'm going to make that appointment now.
So I go to Massage Envy. I've been going there for years, okay? And I went in for my 90-minute and I'm walking in. I usually smoke quite a bit in the car so I can like really calm down.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're walking in, she's like, oh, nice to see you. Da-da-da-da. She was, okay, so we're here, because they got the big tablet. Okay, so we're here for a prenatal? I said, excuse me? Carla? She's like, Carla, prenatal. I said, ma'am, who put that on there? And she looks back, like literally looks back at my stomach. She was like, I figured that there was something wrong. I was like, you're walking. And I'm like, and I smell like straight marijuana on top of that. Like, I was hotboxing right in front of the door. So she's like, no, I think it must have been a mistake. It has to be a mistake unless y'all know something I don't know.
Right.
I would have gotten a schmortion.
That is so funny.
Schmortion. Like, no, ma'am, do not do that. So the funniest part about it is I have the video. Afterwards, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pee. And she tried to do it like kind of where I wouldn't notice. There was a whole setup for prenatal on the bed.
Yeah.
For the stomach.
Like
and
the pillow, the special pillow.
It's like, a whole thing. So she's removing it, and I'm like, wow,
That's
they
so
really
funny.
put prenatal. Who scheduled that? I want to cuss her out. I must have eaten before I went to the last appointment. But there is a girl pregnant at the front desk. So she was like, maybe like it was by mistake.
Yeah,
or,
pregnancy brain.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that was rude. Anywho, this week we're still, we just finished watching the Super Bowl.
We did.
Super Bowl was a week ago. So there are two women that we wanted to highlight for Women of the Week because they did their thing. So one of them is Autumn Lockwood. So shout out to Autumn Lockwood. She is the assistance coach for the Eagles who won the Super Bowl. Shout out to her. So she's making history because she was the first woman coach to go to the Super Bowl back in 23.
Yeah.
And then this year, 25, she wins and she Black.
That's so cool.
Curly
you think she gets
hair.
to go in the locker room?
Oh, I hope so.
Right.
Does she, when they're taking a shower, smack their booties? She can smack Jalen Hurts' booty.
I would get in so much trouble with that job.
Just like Royce Reed. And that's what would happen. No, but she doesn't do that. She stays in her lane. She's been a coach. Embarrassingly, she's really good. And she used to play soccer in college.
That's so cool.
So she's making a really, really good name for herself in the world of football as a woman, which also shout out to Jalen Hurst's like entire team being women. And that's really cool.
That's really cool.
I know. That's why he won. That's why he stay looking good.
Exactly.
Because light-skinned men don't look good for too long. And he is bright and looks great. The second woman that I wanted to give Woman of the Week to is Queen Taj. So if you guys noticed the LIX from the Super Bowl, it was this beautiful artwork that was done. Well, the NFL shook things up this year, and it's the first time ever they collaborated with an external artist for the Super Bowl logo. Yep. So she's actually from New Orleans. Taj Williams, and they call her Queen Taj. She's a member of the Golden Eagles and created this beaded logo, and it honors the cultural history of Mardi Gras and New Orleans.
Yeah,
so
it was very
nice, right?
Yeah.
So not only did it show on TV and like on their clothing and stuff, but it also appeared in the digital game tickets. It appeared as the official program cover and the exterior of the Hyatt Regency Hotel in New Orleans.
That is so cool.
So cool.
That's also one of those jobs that I'm like, how do you get into that?
Well, apparently she already's been doing this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But it's like, I be coloring at home. Like, how do I get my coloring published?
It wasn't just coloring. It was beaded.
I know, but I be coloring, though. I'm asking for me.
Just start posting online. Honestly, I feel that's how people get noticed these days. You just got to be consistent online, post your work like those artists, and eventually somebody's going to notice you.
Somebody's going to notice.
It might be Beyonce.
Maybe.
She might want you to put your coloring on her clothes for the tour.
That'd be really cool.
Start posting your coloring. You see? Whatever you're doing out there, ladies, start posting about it now. So shout out to both of those women for doing their thing. And you could just tell they've been consistent with what they're doing. And they're being recognized for it. So eventually, they'll recognize us. They will have no
Eventually,
choice.
one day they'll recognize the podcast. I forgot to say, I'm
starting to be
sorry, guys.
recognized.
So, like, forgive me if like they're sniffling and stuff.
She's not
try to
doing
cut
coke.
it out.
It's she's got to
I'm
go.
sick. Yeah, we're really on the struggle bus.
Yeah, it's this lip. If it doesn't go up, you guys, well, just listen to the audio.
Yeah.
So you don't get distracted.
Yeah, don't
by
look
the
this.
top lip.
Don't watch this episode. Just listen. Yeah.
All right. So this week we're gonna continue our February series, but we're gonna start with motherhood, right?
Yeah.
Right. This story, right? The first one we're gonna talk about. It's kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I was like, let me not look at this because I'm gonna tell Carla I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because it is a lot when I saw it, and I'm like, we're both moms. Would we ever do this? And there's some times that I be going in on Ayana, right? Like I will troll her at home, but it's more like I still love her, right? I wouldn't go this far.
Yeah.
So there was a girl that was relentlessly bullied online. And investigators had to get involved. They wanted to find out who was bullying this young lady. It was really, really bad. Almost 2 years. Well, it was her mother.
What?
Out of all people. So she got this false identity for almost 2 years to harass her daughter and the daughter's boyfriend. How miserable are you? Seriously. So she even went with her to accuse the person, to like talk to the police and be like, somebody's bullying her. She even took it that far without saying who she was. It just
does it go into what she was doing for the online bullying?
It does. So she pleaded guilty to the 2 counts of stalking a minor and was sentenced to between 19 months and 5 years behind bars. So they compiled 349 pages of demeaning, demoralizing, and just mean texts to her daughter and the boyfriend, direct messages on social media. It was a hot mess, and she used a software that helped her hide her location and use multiple numbers in the area codes so she wouldn't figure out who it was. And they call it cyber Munchausen syndrome.
That's wild. She has, I was going to say she has some sort of mental illness.
You have to have some type of mental illness. So yeah, I just feel like I keep seeing more and more of parents doing damage to their kids, like especially mothers.
How do you come back from that?
You don't.
Right?
Like as a daughter, do you come back and want to?
Weird.
No, you got to spend all 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
You need all 5 years of intense mental health therapy.
Yeah.
And you're going to come back and the relationship can never be the same. Like all those 2 years of saying things. Actually, it doesn't go into detail of what the messages were. I just think that she has to hate herself. Obviously. Whenever you mean to someone, you hate yourself and you have to project that onto somebody else. But I don't know. I don't like it.
Do you think the daughter did something to send her over the edge? Or you think she just hated her daughter?
You never know. Maybe the daughter triggered something in her as well. And there's nothing your daughter can do for you to spend 2 years of bullying her. There's nothing you could have done.
Yeah. I wouldn't even give a stranger that much energy. 2 years of bullying?
You know how much energy that takes?
Yeah. You said she like downloaded some software to like change her location.
And different phone numbers and all this stuff. And it's like you in 2020, after 2020. In the 2000s.
Yeah.
You don't think we can figure out who you are?
Weird.
Come on, lady.
Weird.
That's just weird. So as parents, sometimes we have to check ourselves. I check myself all the time. My mouth be wild. And it's like, hey, how are you speaking? How are you feeling? Because I don't know if a lot of people will admit this, but even being a mom, your kids get on your nerves sometimes.
They do.
And sometimes you're just like, did I raise you incompetent? Like, why would you do that? But it's also a lack of experience. Because a lot of things about Yana is that.
Become parents and realize they don't want to be. So when you told me we were going to talk about this thing that comes across my TikTok every now and then. It's actually these people reading these stories from Reddit. There's a Reddit thread about people who literally just regret being parents.
Specifically, mothers.
Mothers, yes.
Regretting being mothers. So the discussion around this is they're openly admitting that they don't like it.
Kind of openly. Like, it's anonymous on Reddit, but...
Okay. But you have them on here. So let's explore, because it's a taboo topic. Once you're a mom, you're supposed to love being a mom. You're not supposed to regret any of this. And you have all these societal expectations as a mom that a lot of times we can't meet. Come on, the bar is all the way up there. And half of the time, let me not go.
You also have no idea what you're getting into.
None.
It's the one job you can't be prepared for.
Every kid is different.
Yeah.
You don't know what health issues they're going to have. You don't know what financial burdens you're going to have. You don't know who's going to be president. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You don't know what school they're going to end up going to, what teachers they're going to see along the way. There's no way of knowing how parenting is going to go for someone. So you tagged on here.
Yeah. Let's listen to the first one because sometimes it's simple.
Okay, let's listen to the first one.
I regret having kids. I'm 35 female, and I regret my decision to ever have children. I'm constantly burnt out and touched out and exhausted, being the only one doing the caretaking. I love them and make sure that they know it, but this is not a life I will never choose to live for myself again. How do other single parents in relationships make it happen? I feel like I'm going to explode either from depression, exhaustion, or rage. My family's help is minimal, but I'm grateful for what they do give. I haven't had a child-free night since Christmas Eve 2020, and before that, March of 2018. I'm so angry inside every time I have to take on one more burden myself. I want to run away some days, but I would never inflict that trauma on my children. My mom left me, and I would never hurt my kids like that. I'm not some checked-out parent either. I give hugs, I read books, I give nightly baths, and I ask about school. I give words of encouragement, and I'm exhausted by it every single minute. Am I a piece of garbage? Probably. But I really just wanted to get this off my chest.
This is the perfect time if you're feeling this way, because I know there's plenty. She probably still got a toddler. Whoever's talking has a toddler for sure, to watch Night Bitch.
Oh.
That movie literally speaks on all of this, regretting, like just feeling lost. You don't know who you are. Your boobs are being pulled left and right and out your shirt. And like Sam is constantly under my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wearing my little house dress, he's under there just doing nothing and pulling away from it and pulling back. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like you're constantly on me or pulling or watch me jump off the couch. It's like,
yeah.
Why?
The biggest thing that stood out to me with her letter is like, it's just like a lack of community and support for her. She doesn't have anybody helping her. She says she's a single parent. Her family's support is minimal. She'll go years without having a night to herself.
And it's so common.
Yeah. It would be a totally different experience for her if she had support.
I really feel like there are some moms now that have, a village around them, but the village is not around anymore.
No.
There's no village for a lot of moms. I feel like grandparents, no shade, it's gonna be me too, are younger and younger, and they're outside living. They're in these streets. Grandma is outside of the Super Bowl looking for Jalen Hurts. Like, I don't know what to tell Ayana when she has a baby. It's like, catch me when you can. That I'll be in town. I don't know if I'll feel that way later on. But grandmas are either working, some are outside, but working full-time still, in relationships. They don't have the money to be able to help you with your child unless you're supplying it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the kids just keep coming out, which I feel like everybody should have an IUD. Just birth control should be made readily available the same way Pastor JJ makes Jesus available to everybody. Yeah. Like, they should hand it out.
I don't know. I feel like aside from birth control, right? Because again, even if you want children, like it's your desire. You really don't know what you're getting into. And it's a totally different experience when you have community. So there needs to be like other resources. Not everybody has like this big family. Like there needs to be better resources.
Can the government provide well-paid babysitters to single moms?
I don't know if it would be babysitters, but like the government can create like certain programs, like for example, like 4C or Head Start or pre-K and things like that.
People that are low income, even people with income, it is because you have to be like hungry to be able to get 4C.
Yeah,
you gotta be living under a bridge. I think it's it's one person, one child, you can make the most is $14,000 a year.
That's wild.
I just looked it up because I was trying. I was like, well, something got to give. Recently, I'm like, what am I going to do? Food stamps? Like, I need something given to me with all these taxes I pay.
That's crazy.
$14,000.
That's nuts.
For a one-person household with one child. And I said, well, wait a minute. How are we supposed to? So that 4C is cool, but can we make 4C like healthcare for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, every child should be, I think every child should be in ABA therapy, what Psalm is doing.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, it's so great for like manners and for communication and for emotional intelligence. Every kid, autism or not, they should be in there.
Yeah.
So they should have the same thing. Not global, nationwide, 4C.
There should be something, because again, like when I was watching this on TikTok or like looking at it through the Reddit, everything was really, it always was tied to like that lack of support.
Yeah.
Like feeling like they didn't understand how much their life was going to change. And now that it's changed, like they feel stuck because they don't have support.
Have you ever felt like that?
Like I regretted
Do you remember?
I don't think I've ever like regretted being a parent. I felt hopeless at times just because of my situation, whether it be like financially or like really just needing a mental break. But never, I don't know if I would ever call it like regret with having a child.
I think in my dark moments, I wouldn't say there's been some dark moments for sure where I'm like, I think it's more of a hate for the other person.
Yeah.
For leaving. And it's like, I shouldn't be doing this alone because I still enjoy it. I've
Yeah.
always said I enjoy being a mom. But it's the being alone part and the fact that I shouldn't be alone because you are not dead.
Not just that. I feel like when you got into this time, there was this whole fairy tale kind of like built up. And so you weren't having a baby. You were creating a family.
Right.
That's what you thought this time.
Yes, for sure.
And that's not what happened.
So I felt like that bamboozle. I think I'm kind of getting away from it now. As he's getting older,
Mm-hmm.
he's calming down a little bit. It's getting a little bit easier. He's going to go to school soon. So, with the insurance thing figured out, like it's getting easier. So I'm having less and less of those really frustrating days when I'm like just angry.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't come as much. It's other things that make me angry.
Yeah.
Not necessarily this.
There's still some anger, not necessarily that.
Yeah, no, it's not this. But I can think of the days where it's hopeless and just wanting to kill someone and just feeling like I can't do this. I cannot do this, or I wish I hadn't done it. But it's not necessarily him.
Yeah.
It's the situation.
But I think the suckiest part about being a parent, where you can get into this whole regret thing, is like you literally don't know what you're getting into until you're there. The only way I can see like avoiding it is like literally making sure you're doing it for yourself and not because of like you're doing it to make somebody else happy or to keep this other person, or even thinking that the child is going to like
change or keep someone,
give you some sort of fulfillment.
Oh, baby, no, because they're going to drain you. When they be like, oh, my children's going to like make me whole.
No.
They're going to chip away.
Yeah.
Because it's like from baby to teenager to adulthood. Your kids are constantly taking from you. I mean, there's women that when they're pregnant, the calcium in their hips, their hips break, their teeth fall out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
You're risking your life.
You're literally risking your life.
But you could literally have a child and like y'all not like each other.
What do you mean? You and the kid?
Yeah, like y'all cannot get along.
Yeah.
That could be.
We're here. Not me and Ayana. I love my kid. I mean, we get on each other's nerves, but no. I don't know. I actually, never mind. I won't say that on here.
What? You actually didn't say something that came to your mind?
Yeah. Maybe one day. After I do it, I'll let y'all know about it. But speaking of this, a lot of the times, yes, there's a lack of support. Many times you're sold a fairy tale, shown something and you truly believe it. Call it naive or just the person's evil. For whatever reason, it didn't work out the way you expected it. But there are also times that we could have made a better choice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people with microphones such are ourselves. So here we go. Let's use the microphones like everybody else use them, right?
Okay.
Let's go from there. Are we the problem? Are we the toxic ones? And by we, I mean us ladies.
No.
All of Wait a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Because we do have a lot of mics from the same angle of men calling women trash and whores and 304s that we just learned that recently around here. There could be a chance where we can discuss how we failed in relationships, how we've had unrealistic expectations of men, how we just, decided to look at everything with rose-colored glasses and really they were smudged in poo-poo.
Yeah.
So let's talk about whether we might be the problem.
So are you asking me to take a look at myself and see if I've ever been the problem in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna run back through my memory. I am. I'm really gonna run back through my memory.
Oh, I don't have to run that far back. I know I have. I know for a fact that I've been toxic. I know for a fact. Like I was telling you on the phone, there was a point in time when my dad was still alive. I was probably the worst person to date because I would run and tell you, you broke bitch. My daddy got more money than you. Or you didn't give me what I wanted. Well, my dad will take me there. Or like my daddy car better. And I'm like, you're 26. Why are you still talking about your daddy? Like, there's a meme somewhere that's like these little stick figures of the woman with her husband and at the plate calling her dad. Talking about, hey, am I tired? And asking questions with the husband right there.
Yeah, but see, I don't think that's because you were toxic. I just think the husband's a loser and he's lacking. So to answer your question, no, I've never been the problem.
I don't think I gave enough grace. I also, my mouth has come a long way. I am wildly disrespectful.
Yep.
Because
they did something.
No, I could have walked away. I should have left the relationship.
True.
Before, like, why am I squabbling up?
Yeah.
With all these men.
Not squabbling up with the man.
Constantly like square up. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to think of an example of where I was the problem in the relationship. I'm going to think.
Are you still thinking?
I'm still thinking, yeah.
Okay. I got another one. I remember, we'll see. Okay, he cheated. But still, even then, I didn't have to drive to his house to go bang on the door to fight. I didn't have to do that, right? I remember one time I lied. Ooh, I lied. It was a big lie. Well, let me tell you the story.
Okay.
So I was dating this. Okay, I'm in a relationship. I won't say which one. It could have been when I was 18 till now. And I'm dating this guy. I cheated.
Okay.
With someone. I was talking to somebody. Actually, we weren't even doing that at the time, like physical, but I was at another man's house. I shouldn't have been there.
Okay.
And Ayana calls me that something happened and she was scared. And I said, well, what? Nothing. She just wanted me to come home. I knew it. So said person was driving by and I was like, hey, can you like stop by? I'm headed over there now, but you might be closer to me.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna stop by. So I get in the car, get in the highway. And I said actually at the time that I was with you. The lie is that I was taking you somewhere.
Okay,
I was at your house because you really needed me, friend.
Yeah. So I'm sure I did.
You did. Absolutely you did. And I get on the highway and I'm trying to figure out where the person's at. And I'm like, where's he at? So I know like kind of like what direction. Girl, I get on
Orlando's
the highway
so tiny.
on the 408.
Uh-huh.
His car passes in front of mine when I'm getting in the highway. Girl, my heart stopped. It's so scared. So I call him right away just to make sure he didn't see me. And I think I was going 30 on a 65. So slow, like get there. I'm supposed to be coming from the east side and I'm coming from the west side. Like, what are you doing? Like, Dex don't live over there.
No,
and he knew exactly where you lived.
You would have had to come up with a grand story.
Yeah. And then something didn't add up once I got there timing wise. And he kind of like questioned, but I was like, nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Dex needed me. And that's the problem. I was the problem. So things could have like came up from there. I've lied. I've overlooked things that I shouldn't have overlooked. But does that make me the problem for overlooking it? I think so.
Maybe.
Before we continue with the conversation, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Hi Hello Labs, a full-service content creation studio serving clients across the nation. One thing I am not is a gatekeeper, and this is where I record my audio and video podcast right here in Orlando, Florida, at their beautiful studio, because at Hi Hello Labs, they're on a mission to amplify expert voices. They facilitate the turnkey production and distribution of quality podcasts like the one you're listening to right now. They also produce digital courses, social media content, and live events. Nobody else does it like them, seriously, when it comes to live events. If you want to increase your reach and establish yourself as a thought leader, Hi Hello Labs is the studio for you. So go ahead and magnify your influence with Hi Hello Labs. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so I can be selfish.
Okay.
I can be selfish.
What's the example?
I don't want to do anything for any man ever. Let me tell you a recent example.
Did you make coffee?
My man was like, oh, let's go to the movies to see XYZ movie.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, let me see how much the tickets cost. And I was like, oh, we should go see Baby Girl. Blah, 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 blah. He was like, remember I just told you, like, sometimes I'd like for you to do things that I want to do also.
And you said you're gonna love Baby Girl.
I'm like, you're gonna like this movie better anyway.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, but if he told you to remember, that means you do it all the time.
Yes, exactly. We had just had a conversation, but I'm like, my ideas are always better.
That could be true. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna deal
I think my
with that.
biggest thing is like being faithful. I would say not faithful.
Faithful. Ooh.
Sorry. Being unselfish. In the past, my biggest thing was actually probably like not leaving when I should have and trying to force somebody to be a certain way when it's like they either gonna do it or they're not. And you shouldn't have to make them do it. They should want to do it. They're either that way or they're not.
I think I've tried to force people's hands or find a way to manipulate them into changing who they are, and that's not who they are.
Yes, exactly.
So I've done that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do think that there is a lot of conversation of how toxic men are and all these things. Honestly, instead of having the conversations on the mic about how toxic men are, how toxic women are, why don't we all just go listen to therapy for Black girls?
Yeah.
And become better people?
Yeah.
If everyone really went introspect, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
If you looked inside and you looked at what you got to do and you start working on yourself, that would work too. And it would help the entire universe. And we get rid of podcast bros.
I'm trying to think of the most toxic thing I've ever done. So is it in a relationship or just dealing with men?
I think just dealing with men.
Okay, because I'm a lot more toxic when I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, give me one.
Okay.
Don't give a timeline.
No, I can't give timelines. There's this guy.
Okay.
Who, you know what? Let me not say it.
No, come on. Okay, say it if we get, Dwayne will tell you to take it out if anything.
I mean, so the most toxic thing I've done is like, I've been a user. Guilty.
I've used men in high school.
Yeah.
Boys. For a car.
Like a user, like a serious, like.
But what's the most you used them for?
I don't want to say a lot. Like, yeah, I've led men on. I have.
Okay. I remember I led a guy on in high school for his car. I had a whole boyfriend and he loved me, little Spanish boy, loved me. He had a white Honda. So he would pick me up from my bus stop because I was at a different school. Pick me up at my bus stop. I'll take him, because my parent couldn't know. I'll take him to his school.
Yeah.
And then I would take his car to my school and then drive back to his school. But my boyfriend was at my school. And then I also had a little side thing at his school too. Poor thing. I never wanted him.
I always just looked at it as like, you just trying to get something from me. And so I'm just trying to get something from you.
Come on. Okay, give us something good you've gotten from somebody.
Like trips.
Okay. That's not, girl. Did you have sex on the trip?
I can't say no.
Okay.
No. I did not. And I'm not just saying that, y'all. I did not.
Okay. At least on this particular trip.
That's the only trip we ever went on. He ain't take me no more, bitch. He learned his lesson.
Oh, speaking of that. So recently, I told somebody that I wanted to go.
In my defense, I told him it wasn't happening.
Oh, then you didn't use them.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
I told him I liked them and I didn't. But
yeah, but you did say you weren't having
sex. But
I
did say, make it clear, I was saying I was celibate. I'm such a liar.
But you told
I
him you were
a lot
having
younger.
sex.
I was young. That was back in the day.
Okay. Recently, I told a guy, now that we're in our 30s, and I'm dating, right? So you guys are going to get all my dating stories. Yeah. I'm having conversations with this person, and he just told me recently that he likes me more than in a platonic way. Yeah. Like in a romantic way. Okay, cool, whatever. I want to go to Jamaica. So I text him, really, I want to go anywhere with a beach. I said, I want to go to Jamaica. He said, okay. He's like, you like that? Then a couple of days later, I was like, well, what's up? Because I be on Google Flights quick and booking. So did you look up dates or anything? I just want like something solidified. And he said, well, what is this? He's so mature. What does this look like for you?
Oh, you're going into detail. Okay.
I know he'd be listening. Hey. Okay. I choked. That's probably the Lord telling me to shut up.
Hush it up now. You're saying too much.
No, because it's a good thing and a bad thing, right? No, a good thing and a maybe I'm the toxic one thing. He asked, well, what does this look like for you to go on a trip with me? And I said, well, I don't understand. It looks like me going to the airport, getting in first class, getting to my resort. What are we talking about? Yeah. And he said, well, is this like a platonic trip? Is it a romantic trip? And I'm thinking, never mind. I don't want to talk about this no more. I just, because I get it. As a man, you might want to know that. But I feel like he should do what your dude did. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And then if you don't
really
it-
like me, like just take me and don't have any expectations.
Because I might do.
Who knows? I might.
I might not. We got to feel the vibe.
I knew I wasn't with that one though. But
Huh?
I said I knew I wasn't with that one. But I might with.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's been a long time since I've gotten like my oil changed.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. My problem is when it's over, I get really toxic before I leave.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
I
get real toxic before I leave.
We're going to talk about that in therapy. So since we're talking about being toxic or not being toxic, I think one of the first things here is realizing that we need to vet men a little bit better and notice red flags and green flags in men. Sometimes we see these red flags and we look at it like red nails and red lipstick. Let's run towards it. Or we feel like bulls running towards it. But we don't want to do that no more because we are old now. We are mature women that are going to make better choices.
Do you still have red flags of your own? Because I do.
Honestly, it's been 3 years now. I'm working really hard on myself. And
I don't want to change my red flag. I have no desire to change my red. I'm a gold digger, y'all. I am. I was just admit it. I'm a gold digger. I am. I love money. I do. And I don't want to change that. But you also
have your own.
And I don't want to change that.
You don't? It's okay. We're in February 2025. We'll come back in a little while.
I do not want to change that. Don't even put that on me. Don't put that spirit of brokenness on me. Get out of here. I don't know. Yeah.
You know, I love looking at a depleting bank account and falling in love.
What's your biggest red flag?
My biggest red flag? I think it's me pulling out my big dick all the time.
You do.
I really have to stop doing that.
You really have to stop doing that.
But is that a red flag or is that a...
It is. And you use it, I think you use it as protection. You're like, my penis is bigger than yours. Back away. You can't hurt me. My penis is bigger.
Yeah, I have to work on that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, you said that?
I can't believe I told a man to go read a book.
You're never sweet with these guys when you're texting them.
I don't know how to be sweet.
You really don't. The guy's inviting you out. You're like, okay, dating time. I'm like, okay, babe, I can't wait to see you. Let me know what
that doesn't flow out of me naturally. Is that a gold digger thing?
Me? No, that's genuine. I really do want to hang out and spend your money.
It's genuine.
It's genuine. I really have a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm working on it. I think that's part of my dating thing right now, that I want to learn how to speak to men and be just more soft.
Yeah.
That's part of my goal, to be more soft. I'm not being rude.
Yeah. And you know what? My flag is yellow. Because I don't want to talk to just anybody for their money. Like, I have to like you.
Okay.
No, I don't have to like you to spend money. Hold on. How do I say this?
Say it.
Like, if I like you, then you hang out with me more to spend your money. Wait, no, I don't know how to say it. It's yellow though. Because I don't talk to just anybody.
Okay. And they do it and they have a good time while they're spending money on you.
Yeah. I wouldn't talk to just anybody. So it's a yellow flag. Okay. Right?
I don't know, Fran. Are you telling them you want to spend their money?
They know, yeah. They know.
They know.
I'm not manipulating them into spending their money on me at all. No.
Okay. Then it's yellow.
I don't have time for that. No.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as they know.
Like, I think the guys who want to spend their money talk to me.
Because it's not a green
flag.
flag.
Transactional. It's not transactional.
How do I do that? I gotta get a 6-pack?
No, it's just like, you like tall guys. Tall guys don't spend money. I'm sorry.
Well, after Kendrick, I think I might give these like short kings a chance. Tiny Tim, where you
Kendrick
at?
has not married that girl. He been with her for how long?
She living a good life. She's living fine.
Your red flag might be your sense of humor.
Yo, I have the darkest humor ever. You should have seen me at Wendy's dad's funeral. But she also has really dark humor. It was a mess. We were laughing at the damn funeral. Like, we shouldn't have been doing that. We really shouldn't have. All right, so let's talk about some of these red flags. First, red flags that we might have ignored in our 20s that we'll never overlook now. Because I feel like in our 20s versus now, you're 40, I'm 37, about to be 38.
Yeah, in my 20s, I did not date for money. Red flag, will never overlook that again.
I think one of the things, and I do remember this vividly with my boyfriend in my 20s, he loved me in private for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
So like kind of like hiding you?
Jay, he didn't post me. And that was one of our biggest fights.
I don't think I remember that now. Posting is not.
Girl, back then when social media and Instagram was still you posting like them ugly filters on your paper plates of food, you better post me.
Me and my boyfriends didn't post each other.
You posted them sausages you just ate for breakfast. You better post me. You posting the sign of the road. Why are you not posting the one that's driving you by that road? Like, don't play with me. Or
I don't know.
Even if it wasn't posting, he
wasn't claiming you in the streets.
Nah, he claimed me.
Then I don't think that was a private thing.
I liked Instagram.
Yeah.
And I wanted to post. I wanted to post so bad. Oh, for so long. I'll never do that again. Don't love me in private. But now that I'm older, I necessarily I want someone to love me out loud in public, but I don't think I want the social media.
Don't post me.
But you know what I mean by loving
the timeline. Like, don't post me. Wait, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up.
You got to cut off her mic. Cut off her mic. The guy in your 20s that would say, I don't like titles. And you guys stay in a relationship or situationship for a long time because he does not like titles. It's like, let's just write it out. We're cool. They just want to keep a situationship. There's no way I would do that today.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Unless they're paying your
I'm going to be the one saying, I don't like titles. Now I'm the red flag. Now I'm the villain.
We need a red flag on you the whole time. Anybody got a red flag here in the building? We just need to have you hold it.
Look, you got right here. They only call you if they need something. They not calling me if they need something. What you need?
Dex, actually, this is really bad on your part.
Yeah, this is a selfish thing.
This is, if they need something, you are not answering.
What am I supposed to do?
Be there.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You don't know what to do with your hands, your words?
I don't know what to do with my hands. You have a problem?
That man's
you have a problem?
Life or death?
I got some pussy for you. That's all I got.
And the problem might not be that you're broke because you ain't getting this.
That's what they have. They're men.
Dex, no.
Well, you know what? If he needs to talk to somebody, I'm here for it. But not too long.
I just want to make sure y'all know my friend's going through some things. So it's heightened at the moment. It's usually not this bad. Right now it is on 1,000 because, you know,
I'm trying to think the last time I helped a man with something. Let me think. When's the last time you helped a man with something?
Girl, all the damn time, constantly like, let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. Let me take care of your kid. Let me cook for you. Let me send a cleaner to your house. Let me doing the most. I done built a couple niggas. Dex.
I'm really trying to think. My memory not that great. That's what it is. It hasn't been that long.
Gotta be.
I just can't even remember somebody asking me for help. They know not to call me. They know not to call me.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day-to-day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free blue zones and do not replace safe driving and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud. Okay, so let's talk about some red flags that people swear are normal, but they're actually hella toxic. When someone, especially men, come to you and you're like, I don't feel comfortable about this, or I don't feel comfortable with this relationship you have with this female, or I don't feel comfortable with how much you don't show up for me, and they tell you that you're insecure.
Oh, yeah.
That's just your insecurity. You're just an insecure woman. Like, if you can't deal with me having all these girlfriends, if you can't deal with me being out late, you're insecure without taking accountability. Like, you know what? I am in a relationship. And these are like relationship red flags, right? With a man or someone or whoever you're in a romantic relationship with. That's happened to me a lot.
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, you're just being insecure. The whole time, you've been boning her. Whole time. The whole time
it's always the one they tell you not to worry about.
You know, one of my exes used to be on Craigslist.
Doing what?
Looking for pussy.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you find that?
I went through his email and found all the I don't think he ever did anything with them, but he was definitely having conversations.
Wow.
Yeah. That was weird. That one hit. That one made me feel
that's
like, do I need to go get checked? This thing is loose.
Scary. That's
like,
scary.
what is going on? That was bad. Another one with this one is I just don't do the texting thing.
Yeah.
In 2025, there's everybody got their phone on them all the time, or their watch, or you could say good morning by talking to your watch.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So I just don't text. No. There might be certain times or pockets during the day where you can't text, but you're not going to go 24 hours without talking to me and think that I'm ever going to respond to you ever again.
That's true, yeah.
Like, homeboy, that was 24 hours. You're never going to hear from me again.
I'm toxic. I say I don't like texting. I don't. Invite me somewhere. Let's go do something. I don't want to be texting you throughout the day. Don't.
But you text sometimes.
If I need something, wait.
My friend going through something, y'all.
If I need something, yes.
Okay. We're about to go into these green flags. So we got to get off this red flag because
I'm like, am I the problem? Let's just go back to the previous segment.
Is that when you couldn't think of any problems? These are the problems.
I don't like texting all day. I really don't.
Okay. So one more toxic flag is the quote unquote independent woman trap. Why are men still using this as an excuse to do the bare minimum? So it's like, oh, you independent. So they look for independent women so they can.
They ain't looking for me. I need help. Help me.
It's like the Titanic.
Help.
You need something?
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
You and Jenna both told me that whenever a man asks me, do I need something? And even if I don't need it, to always say yes.
And don't ask me that too many times because you should know what I need.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing something. I just need a quarter of whatever Dex has because I am the independent woman. And that is why probably a lot of these men are attracted to me.
They want to do things for you. They want to feel needed. They really do. Like, I'm talking in extremes about
not the ones I talk to.
No, they do want to feel like they're doing something for you. They're taking care of you. They do.
Where they at? Who is they? I haven't met they yet.
They kind of short and ugly. Damn it. Why you got me being explicit? They kind of short and ugly.
Possibly
You're not going to look at them. Yes. You're not going to look at them. You need to change your age range on your Hinge profile.
Okay.
They might be on a blood pressure medication.
Taking a Bayer's baby aspirin every night for their heart.
You might need to let them know you're going to give them something tonight so we go and take that pill. You got...
He gonna know what I need. Okay, I'm coming, Ernest. Eugene. We're going to look for Eugene.
You're talking about where they at. Girl, they are not at the club. They sleep way before them. They don't know how to work the day nap.
Okay. All right. So I'll change my age range. So basically, I think now in my 30s, you in your 40s, going into dating,
I'm at 40. Sorry. Didn't mean to.
Oh, not the 40s.
I'm at 40.
Okay, sorry, not 40s. At 40. We're dating in our 30s, and for me, I can see the red flags way faster.
Yeah.
I spot them like, I see them. Possibly I might not be 100% self-aware of certain things that I do because like I told that guy, I'm like, well, that's stupid. And then I thought about it immediately after. I'm like, all right, you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You know? But I see red flags way faster than my 20s. And I guess you got to go through that in your 20s because if you don't go through some of the things that we've been through, you wouldn't know it's experience. Like I try to shield Diana with a lot of stuff and I'm like, oh, I guess she's going to have to.
It's actually fun looking back though.
No, the fuck is not.
Those were fun.
Not the shit I've been through.
It was harmless.
Mine?
I mean, your recent one is different.
All I'm fighting with keep bleep his name.
The makeup sex was
fire. Fire. I get whatever I want. That's when the bags start rolling in.
Exactly.
The trips. Right after.
Let me start an argument.
He'd wake up with a knot in his head talking about where you want to go. Well, especially restaurants. Oh, he'd take me to eat every day afterwards. I thought that was fun. No, it wasn't.
Okay, fine.
Broken windows and everything. Let's talk about some green flags. Because here at So What Now, we want to make sure that you have something to take away with that is positive because So What Now, we're going to do things different.
So just like we shared our red flag, what's your green flag?
I am so helpful.
Yeah, you're so nurturing. You cook.
I love to nurture a broke man. But we're going to change that. We're going to make a
You love to nurture a man. You do.
I do.
And you know what else? This is a green flag. You like to spend a lot of time with your man.
I do.
So many times you be like, he didn't come over. I'm like, bitch, that's good.
No.
Like, yeah, you like to spend time with your man. Yeah, you're very nurturing. I'm trying to think. It's hard for me to think of a green flag for myself, child. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on. There is a green flag.
I'm cute. I'm funny. About it.
I made him laugh.
I'm cute. I'm funny.
No, what's your green flag? I think you are very sweet, though.
I am.
You're extreme. Like the way you talk
to men, yeah, I know.
You talk like you're like the English or the American version of Colombian women.
Yeah, they enjoy giving. Like they
There's no way to not give you money. That's why Colombian bitches be getting everything because the way they talk is so like sweet and
very
sensual.
Sweet to my man.
I talk like a real Puerto Rican in English.
Like I'm sitting here making jokes and you would think I'm this bitch like, give me money. No, I'm very sweet.
The way you do it, it makes them want to do it. I
don't ask for money. I don't ask for anything. I might talk about an issue and he might solve the problem, but like, no.
No, you are, but you're very sweet. I do like that
I'm
about
very
you.
sweid.
So maybe that's what
I'd be like, Carla, you said it like that?
All the time. You always say that. And then I'll send the text and she's like, don't forget to add this. I'm like, oh man, thank God for editing. I'll edit the quickness. I'm like, oh, let me add a little heart and say sweet things and put a little kissy emoji. I don't know. I come in and just plop the 10-inch.
I did learn much too late that like you get a lot further with a man with being sweet.
That's
versus cursing them out. You do.
I don't really cuss nobody
when they
out
do something wrong. When you like very sweet about like, babe, like this made me feel this way, or I really like it when you do this instead.
That makes me want to punch myself.
Girl, they do it.
I'm gonna try.
They're gonna listen.
Yeah,
they don't listen to getting cursed out.
I don't curse people out no more.
They shut down.
So I'm doing
with
really
like
good.
Even just talking tough.
I was about to say
you have to keep like this sweet, like low, like tone.
But do I ever talk like that?
You don't know how to talk like that
in any capacity.
Yeah.
I don't know. But even the
maybe
girls
even
that
if
are
you
sweet,
just like rub his hand when you're saying it, like hold his hand.
I was talking about this with Jenna because Jenna is very like sweet and loving, and she was like, "Well, this shit hasn't worked either." Because being sweet and loving, them niggas still cheat.
Oh, we talking. I mean, that's a different thing. Now that's a different thing.
So it's like I'm being sweet, and you do this to me, or you do me dirty. I'm really gonna have to fight you.
Yeah, but are you gonna enjoy yourself the whole time with like arguing?
No, I doesn't know how I'm gonna enjoy myself if I'm being sweet. That doesn't sound enjoyable to me. Maybe that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Being kind.
I think I'm a lot kinder now. If I like you, I'm kind.
Yeah.
But if you do something, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Like it just comes out. I don't know. Okay, so a few green flags that mean he's actually a grown man.
Okay.
So
for me, it's when he has a good relationship with his ex, the mother of his kids.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Especially at our age, most of the people that we're dating already have kids. If he has a good relationship with her, where,
or at least doesn't bad mouth her. They have a
not
good
bad mouthing her, like introducing you to her, like
quickly, and that communication is open. Another one is talks about his feelings without needing to be like pulled. Like he's an emotional man, like emotionally intelligent man. I actually Love that. Someone that can truly talk about their feelings. Take your time with that though, because I feel like they've picked up on that and they do it for a little while and then their real shutdown side comes in.
Yeah.
When you start going further. So I feel like that's part of dating and taking your time because they come off the gate with that mask and they pretend. And then the further you go into the relationship, this just happened to me recently. No, they actually aren't talking about their emotions. They're emotionally dwarfs.
Let's play the rapid fire game.
I'm down. Let's go.
Okay.
Don't read them.
Okay.
I am going to do the rapid fire on you.
Okay.
I'm going to do the first 5 on you.
Okay. And I'm going to answer quickly and honest.
Quickly and honest. And then we'll take a couple seconds afterwards and say like, why?
Okay. No explanation. Just,
why? And then you just give us, we'll talk about it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boom. Number 1. He still talks to his ex, but they're just friends.
Green flag.
Okay. He has a kid, but he's an amazing father and co-parent.
Green flag.
He doesn't believe in therapy, but he says he handles things his own way.
Doesn't believe in therapy,
but says he handles things his own way. Red.
Let me answer.
Red. I took you too long, and I needed you to. If red somebody
flag.
else,
that's me a little bit. I'm the red flag.
But you're not going to therapy
now. Yeah, but
I think the biggest thing here is that they don't believe in therapy.
Yeah,
right.
That was what stood out. Yeah.
What stood out to me is that, and I handle things my own way. That means that you don't have the capacity to look outside of the way that you grew up, of your culture, of, your own needs to see what I may need from you to handle things differently.
Yeah.
So red. He makes $50,000 a year, but is the most supportive, loving partner ever.
Wait, read it again.
You stop listening.
I really read it again.
He makes $50,000 a year, but is the most supportive and loving partner ever.
Most supportive and loving partner ever. Most supportive and loving partner ever. I don't think he can support me at $50,000 a year. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not. I couldn't live off of that. So red flag for me. Okay, personally.
But if you make $200K, he makes
that's
50.
my money. You said supportive. That means he's supporting me with his money.
Okay.
You said no explanation. Keep going.
No, I said we do need a little bit of explanation.
Red fucking flag.
That is a green flag.
For you. For you. You still with your broke ass man. He can't support me with $50,000.
No, I don't think I can do. I don't think in 2025 I can do 2025.
And I'm sorry to that man who will be finna piss off in the comments. He can't support me with that.
But I can think of, if I can find a man that makes $50,000, extremely supportive, extremely loving, and we could probably make more money.
Barbara the builder over here.
Okay. He could probably support me in a way where I can make an extra $500,000.
Okay, Barbara. Okay. Barbara the builder.
Fine.
Build that man right on up. Build them brick by brick.
Brick by brick. Love me building a man.
You go right ahead, Barbara.
Okay. He's 40 plus and he's never been married.
That's a green flag. I'm 40 plus and ain't never been married, bitch. Talk about me. I'm the red flag. Damn it.
40 plus. Well, I
don't like this episode. We throwing this away. It's a yellow flag.
It's yellow. It's yellow because it's kind of wide. There could be reasons why not. You could have been in the military off for a long time.
Honestly, it's a red flag because I am toxic. I'm a red flag. I've never been married. It's a red flag.
It doesn't have. It could be yellow. It's
a red flag.
He says he's bad at texting, but is always online. That annoys me. But
he's looking at porn and buying pussy. Red flag. Keep going.
He has close, long-term friendships with people who actually respect him.
Green flag.
I love that. He calls his baby mama crazy, but doesn't take care of his kids.
How red of a flag can it get?
It's a red billboard.
It's on fire.
It's a red billboard. And one more. He only wants to go on dates at your house. Hobosexual. Red flag.
You don't know where I live. I never met that man. He would never know where I live.
If you don't have a house?
If he's never taking me on a proper date.
No. Yeah. And I need to know you have a place. Yeah. At our big age, a man with no house. I mean a home. Whatever that looks like. You need to have that. I don't know. So this came from, the idea of it came from a sermon that I was just watching at Journey Church with Pastor JJ. So one of the things that I took out just from me now dating intentional, because I can't really just be dating just for fun.
Right.
I'm getting older and I'm going to have to get more Botox and more lip injections. Okay. So I need to make sure I want to date for a family. Why am I like this?
I feel bad for you, but go ahead.
I want so much love. For me, if you're in the spirit where I am, something that Pastor Jay just had stood out to me was finding a man, not a man that believes in God, but a man that follows Jesus. And he said the devil, which is true, Lucifer believed in Jesus. He believed in God. He saw him. He was there. But did he follow him? He did not. And this happened to me recently while having conversations with someone like, yeah, I believe in God, da, 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 da. But there was no follow through with that. There was no building a relationship with him. There was none of that. And you can tell that within time with the things that they do and things that they believe in. So there was another green flag that he talked about, being a green flag for you and for the other person, being single long enough to know you.
Yes.
So you need to spend time. And this is something that I didn't do my entire life.
Yeah.
So these past 3 years of single and single-ish during a 6-month period, I've just been getting to know me and what I like, learning to be alone and not coming in broken, right? So being whole. There was something that he said about this when it came to the red flags. It was, where was it? Oh, I can't remember what it was. But he also says you need to date someone and it's a red flag if someone's like, I don't argue. Or you've never experienced an argument with them while you're dating, because if they don't argue, that means they're suppressing something.
Right.
And they're just not showing you who they really are. Right. So they're not open to you. So
exactly.
Sometimes you're like, oh, he's not even argumentative. He's not this. No, there is a way to have healthy conflict.
Exactly. And after the argument, the apology needs to be monetary. Absolutely. Absolutely, Pastor Jay. Absolutely.
Pastor Jay didn't say that. Pastor Jay did not say that. He said, tests reveal character. So you have to go through certain conflicts.
And deposits mean that you are sincere in your apology.
Yeah, yes. She's coming to church with me one day. I know that she will. She's coming. Also, the man that you date or the woman that you're looking for should have the same purpose as you. Not necessarily the same industry, but they need to be supportive and you should have the same purpose or know your purpose in life by the time you get with them, especially at our age.
For sure.
I'm not trying to figure, there might be a pivot at some point in your life, but I'm not trying to come in when you're pivoting.
Their purpose needs to be to make your life better. Absolutely.
Yeah. And for us to make their life better as well. All right. Well, that is our green flags. Let's go into what makes us feel good. We know that cha-ching makes Dex feel good.
Yep. Money makes me feel good right now.
Amazing. It makes her feel good. For me, my feel good, when we were going over the outlines and I was like, okay, feel good segment, she was quick. Nothing
feels good.
Nothing feels good right now. And it's okay, friend. Yeah. We all have, it's ebbs and flows. It's up and down. There's just days that we just want money.
Yeah.
And nothing else. Don't bother me. For me if you've been following me on social media, I've been posting daily. It's a devotional, and specifically it's 100 Days of Believing Bigger. It's the devotional book by Marshawn Evans. It's very short devotionals, and it gives you a prompt question and it gives you a Bible verse and like a prayer. And I feel like even when we last recorded, I was not in a good space. And it definitely has been helping just because it talks about purpose. It talks about faith. It is faith-based, but it's just so much bigger than that. You start seeing things bigger. It's like you get out of that small mentality when you're at home and you're this, and I'm reading it and I'm like, oh, it's not just me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like, I'm not the only one feeling this way. And there was something for me, purpose specifically. I've been praying a lot for clarity, right? I'm like, God, clarity. I need to see where I'm like, and I want clarity of like a football field, not just like the step right in front of me, which God really tells you, like, I'm showing you step by step. And I'm like, no, open it bigger. And he talked about working through your purpose and where you're supposed to go. You have to do the work. So it's like, just start working and trying things and you're going to fall into it. And I'm like, you're right. I've been kind of sitting still, which you should sit still for a little bit. But I'm like, okay, get to start doing things, and whatever feels good and whatever it's going to get there. Still ask God to guide your steps. But I can't just sit at home doing nothing, waiting for something to come and feel right, because that's not the way it works. So 100 Days of Believing Bigger is the book that I'm reading. And I just think it's really dope.
That's awesome.
It's making me feel much better than I was when I needed to watch that show, which we'll talk about soon.
Yeah.
You sure nothing? You can't think of one thing, friend?
Coming to Hi Hello Labs and recording with you makes me feel good.
Aww.
But that's about it nowadays.
It's okay.
But it's just temporary. I know that.
It is. Like, we all have those times.
Yeah.
I did want to read a review.
Yay.
Let's go with Cash Ann. She's like, Carla, adding Dex is a flat. I know it is. Like, I like the big dog. What's the dance? How the dance go?
She don't want no puppy.
She want a big dog. This is my big dog next to me. She says, first of all, Cash Ann, I'm gonna need you to go back and change your rating because you accidentally put 1 star.
Ay, Cash.
Cash, baby. I know you meant well, which is why I'm going to read it anyway, but I needed to let you know. I need you to go back and you can fix it on Apple. So shout out to you for taking the time. What she said is, man, Carla adding Dex really brings out your personality, and I love it. I listen to y'all every Monday, and y'all need to do a retreat. Y'all my rich best friends in my head.
Oh, I love it.
We could do a retreat one day. We're going to do all that once you change that 1 star to 5.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, somebody's about to go off on us. And she was like, I'm like, this is good.
We love you, girl. Stars. But go back and do 5 stars.
Yeah. So if you have not yet left Apple Podcast review, please do so we can read it. If you have your Instagram, leave your @name so then we can shout you out as well in that manner. And we have more reviews to read for the next episodes. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
This episode is brought to you by Ford. Why is being open to new roads and possibilities essential to success when chasing your goals? For me, it's so important to pivot. It's imperative to allow yourself the freedom to change course at any moment when your energy is shifting. When you literally pivot, doors open up, opportunities fall on your lap, and you have so much more time to spend with your loved ones and with yourself. So break free from your day-to-day and start enjoying the little things in life that truly bring you joy. On the road of reinventing ourselves, it's just as vital to find those little things in life that give you a sense of stability, like the new Explorer. You know there's more to discover, and the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV is here to give you space for the things that matter most. It's time to break free from the norm, which has never been more fun and accessible for drivers with the 2025 Ford Explorer SUV. Turn up the adventure with Ford Digital Experience, including a 13.2-inch center touchscreen. Do what matters with the help of available Ford Blue Cruise driver assist technology for hands-free highway driving. Available feature on Blue Cruise equipped vehicles. Blue Cruise requires a connected service plan and a modem activation. Blue Cruise drive assist features can be activated in hands-free blue zones and do not replace safe driving, and drivers need to control the vehicle. See Ford.com/Blue Cruise for more details on available plans and hands-free models. Start your next adventure in America's all-time best-selling SUV. Based on S&P Global Mobility, 1946 current U.S. total, new cumulative registrations for all vehicles identified as SUVs. The new Ford, well, you know what it is. It's on the name, the new 2025 Ford Explorer, built Ford proud.